How do I, 32 male, convince my wife, 30 female, I am not cheating on her? Let me start by saying I, 32 male, am not cheating on, nor have I ever cheated on my wife, 30 female. We have been together for 5 years, dating for 3, married for 2. Until about 9 months ago, I would have described our relationship as ideal. We never really fought, had an active sex life, enjoyed time together, had both individual and shared hobbies etc. However, 6 months ago I took a new job, which is essentially a very specialized case manager. My new job has been causing issues for my wife and I. For context, my wife was previously engaged before we dated, but that ended when she discovered her fiancé had been cheating on her. It was very difficult for my wife, and she definitely has some trauma around it, and cheating in general. Due to the structure of my job, I need to frequently meet with clients. However, many of the clients I work with are either employed or in school. Because of this, it is normal for me to schedule meeting times with them in the evening after they get done with work/classes. I am also a home visitor, so these meetings tend to take place at their homes, although sometimes they are at their school, job, library, or even Starbucks. On the days when I schedule these meetings, I don't typically go into my office as it is actually in the next city over from the clients I serve. It's just an added commute since I already live in the same city as them. I am also salaried. Therefore, as long as I work my total contracted hours, I am free to work whenever throughout the day. This means if I have client meetings in the evening, I typically take the morning off, work from home in the afternoon, and meet with my clients that evening. Due to the nature of my work, everything is strictly confidential, and due to confidentiality, I have a second cell phone specifically for work. This phone is required to have a passcode on it at all times. I lay all of this out to explain that from her perspective, I am engaging in the same behaviors her ex did while he was actively cheating. I am scheduling meetups after work and I can't tell her with who, other than a client. And I have a locked phone I can't allow her to go through. This is causing us to fight as she claims if I have nothing to hide, I will let her go through it. While I keep trying to explain I could lose my job if I do. Realistically, no one is likely to find out. However, at this point, I might just be refusing out of stubbornness over the whole situation, which I find ridiculous. As a sort of happy medium, I agreed that I would use location sharing on my phone to ease her anxiety. I did tell her, however, that when I meet with clients I would be disabling it because otherwise it is essentially the same as handing her their home address. This led to another fight where she claimed it was proof I was lying about where I was going. The proverbial straw that broke the camel's back, however, came a few days ago when I was working from home and my wife returned from her job claiming she had proof I was lying about my location. Her proof? She took a screenshot of my location which showed I was in the apartment building next to ours, about 50 feet away. I told her it's clearly just an inaccuracy with the GPS, but she now believes the reason I am scheduling my work the way I am is so that I can go visit my apparent mistress next door while my wife is at work. I know this stems from her past trauma, but I am at my wit's end. I don't know what to do at this point other than let her go through my work phone, which I refuse out of principle, or to quit my job which I absolutely love. How do I reassure her that nothing nefarious is going on? Any advice is greatly appreciated. As a note, because I know this is the first thing Reddit jumps to, but she is in therapy and has been for a while. I have looked at a few couples therapists in our area, but it looks